Hi guys, hello guys. Hope you all are doing fine. Okay guys, welcome to today's chit chat. Like seriously, welcome to today's chit chat. And we have the Sunday chit chat once in a while, or basically every Sunday we kind of started it, but I noticed I've not been so consistent with it. So today we're going to be discussing how hard is it to actually become a private pilot. That's getting the private pilot license. I can see a lot of people are asking that question. When I go online, I keep seeing the question over and over again. Actually, how hard is it to get a private pilot license? That's why we're going to be discussing it today. So basically guys, if you're new here, this is Princess Anu-TV. We talk about aviation, motivation and adventure. And if you've not subscribed, do well to click on the subscribe button, click on the bell also, so that whenever I post any video, you'll be able to see it. Welcome guys, I really appreciate your presence. So basically guys, we are going to be discussing this topic. How hard is it? Actually, how hard is it? The first thing I would like you to know about getting a private pilot license is that basically it's doable. That's the first thing I'm going to say. It's doable. It's possible to actually get a private pilot license. But is it going to be an easy ride? That's what we are going to be talking about today. Hi guys, welcome on board. Welcome. Tato, welcome. Tato was the first to come today. This is super nice, girl. Thanks for coming. Sanusi, welcome. And I've not seen you guys feedback concerning if you've been able to reach school, basically if school has resumed and all that, because I think here now people are doing with online classes. People are really doing so much with online classes. Even my school, some persons have started online classes, funny enough. So I think you should check back, because hi mommy. I think you should check back, because if they've started online classes for some persons, that means they still want to run with the academic calendar. Basically they still want to run with the academic calendar. So just watch it so that you don't miss any very important thing. Don't forget guys, always give this video a thumbs up, click on the like button for this video. If you have any questions, you can as well leave them even as we continue with this discussion. So basically now the question is, do you think it's hard? Hi, I believe. Welcome on board. Do you think it's hard to actually get a private pilot license? And now this is it. In getting a private pilot license, hi Abayomi, welcome on board. There are two aspects of it. You have the ground school aspect and you have the flying aspect. I'm going to be telling you that sincerely, for the ground school aspect, you will have to do a lot of reading. Let me not lie to you. That's why we're discussing about, is it hard or is it not hard, so that you'll be able to count your losses, or you'll be able to ask yourself, can I actually do it, or will I not do it? Like I said, it is doable, but it's not going to be like a smooth ride, because most of us that have passed through it, what happens is that we pass through it and we most of the time forget that it was tough at some point. I'm telling you, it's going to be really tough. In fact, there are some times that you might repeat some exercises. There are some times that you have to do something over and over again, and you'll be wondering, for goodness sake, why am I not getting this? For goodness sake, why have I not moved from this stage? But these are things that happen. So I'm just going to be expressing some things that I know happens, and some things that I feel will also work for you. For the ground school part, you will do a lot of reading. I mean, so much reading. Not only reading, you're going to do a lot of memorizing, especially past questions. Sincerely, sometimes, we kind of look down so much on past questions. Even when I was in university, then we look down on past questions, but past questions are actually key, because sometimes when you read in a particular manner, you really don't know, you're not really sure of where the question is going to come from. And once you look at the past question, you are like, oh my god, I thought I actually finished this book, but you discover that you did not actually read according to what the syllabus actually expects. So that's something that happens. You just discover that you've been reading, but you've not been concentrating on the vital areas. So you're going to be doing a lot of memorizing. You're going to be doing a lot of, am I going to say cramming? Yes, you're going to be doing a lot of cramming. Let me be sincere, because there are some courses I actually wrote that I had to okay, this one, I had to just cram them. Not because you're still going to use part of them anyways in flying, but when you get there, you're going to see that the practical is much more you can really comprehend very well with practical than what was actually fully taught in ground school. But the truth is that you cannot, it's not like you can do totally without the ground school. You can't do without the ground school. That's why they always pass pilots through the ground school before you go to the flying. But the truth is that there are a lot of things they're going to be teaching you in the ground school that you might not necessarily use or necessarily need in the flying aspect, but you will need to cram, you will need to master it, you will need to be sure of, okay, this answer in this question was alpha. Okay, what will it be in this one? Maybe Charlie or Delta, something like that. Hi, Zaria, welcome aboard, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in today's live stream. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave them in the comment section. Very, very important. And if you've not subscribed, do well to subscribe too. So vital, guys. So that's something you're going to be doing a lot of cramming. You're going to be doing a lot of studying, as in a lot. If you're a kind of person that don't like reading. Well, there are some people that can actually cope during the exam period, even if you've not been reading like from the beginning part. When it's close to the exam period, they will have to be reading and they can actually cope. But you know, there are some people that from the beginning of the session, they have to be reading everything small by small. If not, when they get to the exam period, they will not be able to cope. And it's something that people fail a lot. Hi, Joseph Kofi, welcome. Yeah, I'm fine. Nice having you. This is the first time I'm seeing this name. It's nice having you. If you have any questions, let me know. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you've not subscribed, and give this video a thumbs up. Very, very important. Thank you so much for joining me. I believe, is it jam pass questions? No. When I'm talking about the private pilot license, now we're not talking about the evaluation exams. It's not jam pass questions you're going to be using. In fact, maybe tomorrow I'm going to do a video. Hi, Splendor, welcome aboard. Maybe I'm going to do a video on some courses that you actually do in flying. So maybe you can check out the courses. Hi, Bader, Joseph, welcome on board, welcome. I'm going to do a rundown of courses. I'll just tell you, like, I think it's about eight courses or so that you're going to do in ground school, especially for the PPL phase. Then if you have those books, or if you can check for those books online, it will be really, really helpful. You can check for them, you can start reading them now if possible. You can understand them and read a lot of past questions. Anyways, you might not really have so much of these materials, but I'm going to be telling you some of the subjects or courses. Yeah, I'm going to use the word courses. Some of the courses you're going to be doing when you come to flight school. So we're going to discuss that tomorrow. I pray I don't forget. Yeah, we're going to discuss that tomorrow. So it's not jam pass question now. Now this has to do with what you'll be doing in flight school. The flight school stuff. Strictly the flight school stuff. That's aerodynamics, metrology, all those things you're going to be doing. You have to read a lot of past questions. And sometimes these past questions are kind of bulky. In fact, I think I should also do a video on some things I wish I knew when I was in the PPL phase. That when I got to the CPL phase, I did not allow that to really get at me again, because at the PPL phase, I think there were some things I felt I should have done better that I think I didn't really do better. That when I got to the CPL phase, I got to, okay, this was where, and past questions, actually, let me just say now, past questions were actually one of them. Concentrating on past questions is actually important. Sometimes, like for me, I want to read the whole thing because I feel, I don't want anybody to take me on surprise. I don't want to enter the hall now and that past question did not come out. But it's not true. The past question and it will come out. Hi, Edo Timothy. Welcome aboard. Happy Sunday. Yeah, we're having the Sunday chit chat. We're talking about, is it hard for you to actually get the private pilot license? Is it hard? So I'm just talking about some things that we have to know concerning this private pilot license, because it's like the first phase, and until you get this phase right, if you don't get it right at this first phase, you're going to keep having issues throughout your training. All those things are going to be teaching you at private pilot phase. It's like step by step. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a list of the books that you're going to be needing. I'm going to be doing that video tomorrow. So yeah, I'm putting that in my calendar. I'm going to do that tomorrow. List of books or list of courses. Let me say list of courses, not really list of books. List of courses that you're going to be doing in flight school. So guys, take note of that. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow. And so basically, all these things, like putting them together, having to read past questions, having to memorize, having to, keep studying, because you will have tests every single week. There's no week that passes. In fact, there are some times that no 2 days passes without a progress test, and this progress test will actually determine if you'll be qualified for the exam. Now I'm talking about the Nigerian system, how they do it, because I think abroad based on my colleagues that actually did half of their study in South Africa and in other places, Jordan, like that, most of them actually say that you have to study these things on your own. But like, you know, in Nigeria, they don't do a private study that you study on your own and you don't have to come and write the exam. No, these things are done together, like in a class. All of you are grouped in a class and you read for the you come and write the exam together. It's not like the abroad system whereby you just go on your own, you study on your own. Though I think that system is somehow better. At the same time, it's not that intense because you don't really have someone to like teach you stage by stage, like step by step, telling you this is what to do, this is not what to do, this is how they explain. Because sometimes it's not like everything you're going to understand on your own, so you need someone that have been doing it. Like most of these instructors that actually teach us in NCAT, they've been doing it for like years, 7 years, 8 years, 10 years. They are the ones that taught like all those first editions of persons. So you know they've been doing it like over time, so they've gotten mastery over it. So you have to sit down, understand their point, and most of them are very good in explanation anyway. So if you pay attention in the class, you're going to really get it. But if you're a kind of person that you're not interested, trust me, you just have to resort to doing a lot of expo and doing a lot of CCC and all that in the hall. But if you're really good at listening, can you say something about females' height for pilot training? Basically, the females' height, I think the height for the females are actually less. I don't really know how I'm going to put it now. If peradventure, maybe they say guys 6 feet, ladies can be like 5 feet or so. I really don't know why it's like that. You know, naturally, they don't really expect guys to be as tall as ladies. But there's a like minimum height. They don't really put it like officially the minimum height or maximum height. But the thing is that you cannot be so short. Let's say that you can't be like so short. Not like I'm kind of very tall. I'm not like very tall, but most of the times I also fly with pillows. So, and most persons that are of the age of 16, 17, 18, going to about their 20s, they are usually not those short persons. So don't think too much about your height. If you cannot reach the rudder pedals, you'll be able to use a pillow, like just a little pillow to, you know, to like support yourself, to like get to the rudder pedals. So I don't want you to think about it too much, right? Okay, my height, with my height together and all that, you are good to go. But the best thing I always advise persons is go to your required flight school and go and find out how they do it there, because there are some schools that are actually concentrating on the height. There are some schools that say if you're not this height, sorry, we can't take you, all those things. They have their reasons. So go to your intended flight school and find out the exact height that they are requiring at that place. That's my advice for you at this time, sincerely. So guys, another thing I have to tell you concerning getting a private pilot license that is going to make it easier for you is your commitment. If you check online, you will see that a lot of persons quit. You have a lot of persons that actually stop. I think when I did a research last, you see that 60% of people stop at the private pilot phase. You have like maybe 35% of people that maybe get to the commercial phase. Then you have about maybe 5 or 3% or so that stop at the ATPL phase. You see, people quit a lot, and it's about commitment. Seriously, if you have the commitment to go on, despite, not like somebody's pushing you, not like somebody's forcing you, if you have the commitment, if you know that this is actually my thing, and you meet all those roadblocks on the way, because if I tell you there will be no roadblocks, seriously, if you ask pilot now, I think when I saw some of my junior colleagues actually doing their PPL check ride, I was like, hi God, I can't even imagine how I was done with this phase. Because seriously, now, maybe because I'm done with that phase, it looks like it was just a walkover or something. But seriously, I remember a little that when I was there, like in that phase of the private pilot, phase, oh man, it was as if the world wants to end. It was as if I will never finish that phase. So guys, that's how it is. Sometimes it will look as if you're not making any progress. Like, why am I still here? Why have I not moved from this point? But if you keep on, in fact, let me tell you guys a story. I think like 4 days or 5 days to my private pilot license check ride, I was flying consistently like every single day. Well, I'll say that God favored me in the sense that my instructor was available, there was aircraft available that period, and weather was also good. Every single day I was flying. In fact, when I went for my first check ride, for the PPL check ride, my legs were shaking already every day when I come down, because I keep doing circuit and landing, because then you just have to do sector work. You now have to come and do the landings, and your instructor will make sure you get all the landings, because it's not just one type of landing you're going to be doing. You're going to be doing short field landing, you're going to be doing soft field landing, you're going to be doing 180 glide, you're going to be doing which other landing did we do? Short field, soft field, 180. I can't remember which other landings we did. I can just remember these three that we did. Those are landings. You're going to be doing those landings, and God, it's going to be like consistent, because even if you get it once, your instructor wants to ensure that you actually know what you're doing, so you have to go like 3 times. Imagine you landing like, in fact, I think this is my CPL check ride. Though we're not talking about CPL today, but my CPL check ride, a day to my CPL check, is it a day to my CPL check right now, or before I was cleared for my progress check? I can remember I did 21 landings. 21. You don't understand. You know, when I came back, I even had blister on my hand, because holding the control column, I had blister on my hand. And I was telling my colleagues, do you know how many landings I did? 21 landings. Everybody was like, whoa, 21 landings today. I was doing 21 landings because my instructor felt I was not yet okay with my 180 glide, and so he really wanted me to get my 180 glide and my normal landing, because we were flying a new aircraft. It was not like the other aircraft that we've been flying on a normal day. We were flying, I've been flying the TB9 previously, like for my private pilot license phase. So this time around, I had to be flying the TB20. So I had to do, like, I was learning the normal landing. Like, now we are not talking about performance landing. In fact, okay, yeah, there's another landing I can remember, flapless. You're also going to be doing flapless landing, because flapless landing, you will need it in case of crosswind, maybe too much wind and all that. If you're having so much headwind, you're going to be needing that for like landing, flapless landing, so that you don't have, you know how to like control the aircraft and all that. My flapless landing was like, oh, I was so good at it. Other landings, but you see that normal landing and how much it took for so much landings, as in, like, I did 21. In fact, even me, I was 21 landings. We kept on requesting 180 glide, 180 glide, 180 glide. And you know, 180 glide, you have to like close the throttle, you have to come to land without power. So I think I still even have the marks. I think I have a little of the marks on my hand, but it's no longer there anyways. It seems like it has kind of like gone off. I did 21 landings that day. I was like, oh my God, this thing should do an end. But what I'm trying to say is that it's not going to be, it's not going to be like a bed of roses. Like, you just come in, everything is perfect, you just get your license and you just walk out. No, I'm telling you, if anybody's going to tell you that, oh, it's easy, blah blah blah, that person is lying. That person, trust me, that person is lying to you. But whoever will tell you the truth will tell you that you need a lot of commitment, you need tenacity. And not only that, hi Moet, welcome on board, thanks for coming to today's live stream. If you've not subscribed, do well to subscribe, very very important. So guys, another thing I got to understand from, you know, getting your license and everything is that you don't wait for the next day. This is what I mean when I say don't wait for the next day. If you have the opportunity to go fly now, weather is good, your instructor has cleared you to go solo, you have the aircraft available, please don't wait till the next day. A lot of persons that I know, especially in flight school and all that, are actually suffering from that waiting till the next day. You see, you waiting till the next day, you never can tell what's going to happen the next day. Obviously, you're not in control of what is going to happen the next day. You know, they are like, okay, let me just use myself as an example. They're like, okay, Princess Anu, go and fly. And I'm like, no, I'll go tomorrow, sir, or I'll go tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen. That aircraft, the engineers can come and be like, oh, there's still something we are supposed to fix today, and sorry, we cannot release the aircraft. That's one. Two, your instructor can decide that, oh, I'm not coming today, I have some family issues to attend to, or I have some business issues to attend to, and he doesn't come and there's nobody to sign you. Or maybe the next day, you said you're not feeling fine and you can't come, and you miss that opportunity. A lot of persons have missed that opportunity, and you see, your training is going to be stalled, because from day one, you keep lagging, day two, you keep lagging, day three, you keep lagging. That's how it goes, and you don't get to do exactly what you're supposed to do. And you see people that take hold of the opportunity. I'm not lying, that's part of what actually helps me during my PPL phase and even in my CPL phase. I made sure I was always taking hold of every opportunity. Like if they say there's aircraft, as if the way I'm going to hustle, or maybe it's because that is the way the structure, like the school structure in my own area actually made it look like. You just have to take hold of the opportunity. These are some secrets that if you don't know, you'll just be there and be like, oh. And it's about commitment, you know, about having the vibe, the ginger, telling yourself that I know I can do this thing, and because I've come here to do this thing, this is what I'm going to concentrate my efforts in, this is what I'm going to concentrate my mind in. A lot of persons just feel that, I beg, tomorrow we'll do it, and sometimes tomorrow never presents that opportunity for you to do it. And there's this thing, if you don't fly for like I think 2 weeks, if you don't fly for like 2 weeks consecutively, or no, if you don't, okay, let me start from the lesser one. If you don't fly for like, I think 3 days, you can't like go solo for that exercise that you've been cleared for. So you have to like fly with your instructor again for you to now go solo. Then if you don't fly for like 3 weeks or so, you have to like do a base check. I think it's 2 weeks. You have to like do a base check. After achieving CPL, is it really hard to get a job? Well, because you're not just going to get a job with just your CPL. I think most of the time you will need your instrument rating and your multi-engine rating. And like we know, a lot of things are changing in the world. A lot of things are changing both in aviation. All we have to pray for is that every single thing that's happening is going to favor us. Every single thing that's going to happen is going to like work towards our favor. So I've seen persons that have come to school, I mean when we were in flight school, and they've told us that it's possible to get a job even with, we saw someone that came one time and said he got a job with 160 hours. I know someone also that got a job with 100 and maybe 65 hours. So, and I'm saying straight out of flight school. So it just depends on the mindset you have concerning it. It depends also on the persons you know at the other side. That's airlines, jobs generally. It just depends on who you know. Then also it depends on like your relationship with people, you know, asking questions, knowing when there are opportunities, because these are some things we get, you know, networking, connecting with persons, because it's people that know people that can give informations to people that they know. Like, I don't know if you get that grammar. If I adventure, I know you, just like I know like some of you on this channel, and I'm like, okay, what's up, what's happening maybe in India, and you're like, okay, maybe Indigo Airline or Spice Jet. What other airlines do I know in India? Yeah, Indigo Airline, Spice Jet. I know just a few because I kind of researched so much about that area. So, and you're like, oh, they are recruiting. It's a good opportunity for me. Come on, I can pick up that opportunity and like use it and go there. So it just depends. Information is very, very important. Are there Indian students in your school flying? Currently, I don't know anyone. I don't know any Indian students actually flying in my school currently, but I know that they are international students. I feel without that, if I apply as a unknown, I don't really get. You mean okay without knowing person? Obviously, yeah, there are persons that did not know anybody. You just went there, you submitted your application, and if they find your application interesting, I think they will call you. I'm not, like I said, I've not done like going there to like apply. I know I've done like some few applications online, but I'm not yet done because I still need my instrument and my multi-engine rating. So I cannot really tell you probably this is how it goes or this is not how it goes. But I've heard of like senior colleagues that this was the method they did. People that didn't know anybody, when they applied, and if they find your CV good, if they find your CV like, you know what, they're gonna call you. That's what I think anyways. That's what I think about it. Now guys, another thing that also looks a little bit difficult that in the face of private pilot training is radio communications. You know, when you hear pilots on the radio, good afternoon, this is good afternoon Zaria Tower, or good afternoon Lagos Tower, this is 5 November. Okay, let's use our call sign now. Now say this 5 November Alpha November uniform. That's, I'm using Anu now as a call sign. Good afternoon Lagos Tower, this is 5 November Alpha November uniform. All this communication, maybe you want to ask for radio startup, sometimes you can do the communications wrongly, and these are some things that make it difficult for the private pilot license. When you keep getting your communications wrong, when it's time for you to do like your navigation, I can't even wait to enjoy. No problem, very soon by God's grace we're going to have like wonderful flights. Maybe we're going to do like free ticket flights to be like, okay, I'm going to be giving my subscribers like 100 tickets come over and fly with me. Don't worry, anyways, we are getting there. So guys, as I was saying, you know, when you keep mixing up your communications, you keep mixing them up, you're going to really have an issue. I do request you share something about your first job. Yeah, I will. Don't worry, when I get there, I'm going to share it with you guys. Trust me, I will share it. I will share it. So if you like, there'll be a time when you have to leave from maybe flying in your own airspace to someone else's airspace, because it's part of the requirements you will have to meet to be able to get your private pilot license. So when you have to fly, like move from here to here, something that's going to be happening is that you will need to communicate, exchange from the tower you've been communicating with to the other tower you're going to. And sometimes radio communications can be so up and down if you have not been practicing. What I did then with my colleagues was that one person is going to act as the tower, one person is going to act as the pilot flying. So let me assume I'm the person acting as the tower. I'm going to respond to the pilot flying just like the way the tower is going to respond to him or her. So this helps us like get familiar with the radio communications. We don't have to like, what I say, because nobody has time for you. If you come to the airspace, all they are waiting for is come, do and go, let another person come and land, or let another person come. Nobody has time to. In fact, sometimes there are some airspace they don't even allow student pilots. Like I know, let me say for instance in Nigeria, they don't really allow student pilots to go to Abuja because they have a lot of aircraft, international aircraft, a lot of aircraft like coming in. So if you're a student pilot, you come to maybe Abuja airspace and you're wasting time, they'll just send you away from their airspace. And these are things that can be discouraging. Your instructor is like, are you hearing? Are they not talking to you? And sometimes, I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit calm, you know, talking about it. Like when you're trying to like fly the aircraft and your instructor is like shouting on you that way and everything doesn't look like it's balancing, see, you're going to be under serious duress. Like your body's going to be shaking. In fact, he will just be like, I have control, and he collects the aircraft from you and he flies you back. And it's like, oh my god, today has been a wasted day. So guys, these are some challenges. I don't want to make this video like too long, so that persons that come can like get the point of what we are saying here. Because these things, they're not like just a smooth ride that you just wake up in the morning because you want to have a private pilot license, everything just goes like smoothly. It doesn't just happen like that. Sometimes you face like some ups and downs, but the truth is that it's not basically rocket science. You can do it if you put your mind to do it. If you put in the hard work, if you put in the studying, if you put in the self-discipline, because it has to do with self-discipline. You will have to forsake some things. Like all those persons that like to party. When you know you have a flight, you will not be able to like, okay, like go for like a party or something, you drink, then you now come to fly. Those things don't work. I'm just trying to tell you, I don't like make it too extreme or something. Those things don't work. You cannot just drink, then you had a party yesterday night, then like the next 2 hours your instructor calls you and is like, okay, come and fly, and you're smelling. Or like, guys, you have to put in a lot of self-discipline. You have to brace up to the task, because if this is what you want to do, it's just like picking something that a lot of persons did not have the opportunity to do. So if you venture into it for any reason, I'm going to be advising you, put in your best, do your best. And when you do your best, you're going to see the result of someone that has actually done his or her best. Don't just feel that, oh my god, this thing is too challenging, I'll have to give up at this time. Giving up doesn't help anybody. Like they say, quitters never win and winners never quit. So if you quit, you'll never have the opportunity to win. And for you to win, you don't quit, because you can't quit. It's not allowed in this race, so that you don't join the percentage of persons that drop out of flight school. Just like we have a lot of percentage of people that they say, okay, this one is a university dropout, oh, this one is a secondary school dropout, oh, this one is this dropout. You don't want to join the category of people that will be under the flight school dropout of a thing. I don't think it's a good thing, because it's an opportunity that you got in millions of persons. And especially if you get like a cadet job opportunity. You know, this cadet job opportunity, you see, like I've seen lately airlines like Qatar Airlines, which other airlines? I think Lufthansa, Emirates too, they do cadet program. Then which other airline does cadet program? When I remember, I'm going to like list it for you. There are some airlines that actually do cadet program, especially if you get the opportunity to do like a cadet program with any of these airlines. Seriously, embrace the opportunity, work hard, use it very very well, and be your best. Like, do your best even more than your best if possible, guys. So guys, this is what I have for you for today concerning, is it challenging, is it hard, is it difficult to actually get the private pilot license? I just explained to you how some things can go, and it's not like it's rocket science, but it's possible, and it's going to be fun, trust me. It's fun, like flying with your friends, you know, flying, talking to other pilots, you know, on the radio, having the opportunity to be among those little group of people that can actually fly an aircraft. Like, it's a beautiful feeling, guys, very very beautiful. So if you have the opportunity, embrace it, work hard for it, and you're going to beat it. So guys, like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be giving you the list of courses that you would be doing in like flight training, PPL phase, and CPL. Okay, maybe we'll do the CPL phase next tomorrow, but we'll be doing the PPL phase tomorrow, so that I tell you some rundowns. If you can get books online, if you can get books from maybe your friends, family members, and all that, that would be so nice, so that you can put in the hard work and do your best. So guys, till we meet next time, if you have any questions, don't forget, leave them in the comment section of this video, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Anyways, leave them in the comment section. If you've not liked, make sure you click on the like button, very very important. And if you've not subscribed, do well to subscribe. Till I meet you tomorrow on the same channel. Keep watching, guys. Thank you so much, Adebola Baby. I really appreciate. Thank you, guys. Bye.